Hello everyone, cncHD here and welcome back to some more tutorials for the World Builder. In today's video we are going to talk about the annoying topic auto edge out and blend single edge tool. The auto edge out tool is not that annoying, it's everyone's favorite I assume who builds maps, but the single blend edge tool is not everyone's favorite, I would assume. So in today's topic we will have a look at texture errors, and with that I mean these little things here. So if you see this one, this with the straight line, I think we can all agree that this does not look nice. And if we go here, we can see them all over the place. So this is the topic for today. These little texture errors, which really hurts the eyes if you look at the map. This is one of my oldest maps, by the way. It's from 2012. It's Tournament C, and I think some of you saw that one already on some streams. It's a 3v3 map. And back at that time, I was not really aware of these texture errors, but I think most of you already seen these. We can also see them on other common maps, for example, an NMC map, Plastered Lands. And this is by no means an attempt of me bashing another map creator, by all means no. It's just pointing out some map flaws. This is the map I notice it a lot, because this map is played a lot and you can see a lot of texture errors here on this map. Actually quite a lot of them. If you really look close enough on this map, you will notice quite a lot of texture errors. This is a massive field of texture errors. And yeah, like I said, this is not me bashing on another map creator. I really like this map. This is an awesome map. But it has some texture flaws, as we can see here. And in today's video, we are going to see how we can fix them. So first, let's see how they are actually created. If we go here on a new map and we choose, for example, some grassy terrain. Let's make it all grass. Maybe not the best looking grass of all, but let's choose this one. And we paint another texture over that. So let's use maybe some sand, beach park. Maybe here some, yeah, let's choose that sand. So let's go here with some sand. And we edge that out. And then we use another texture, for example, another sand. Let's go in like that. The sand is created in here, and we paint that in here to make the sand look better, and we edge that out. And now we use some more grass. For example, this texture, and we go over here, paint some grass here next to the grass and the sand to make the grass look better. And we edge that out. And now we will notice these texture flaws. Here, for example, is one. You can see the straight lines here. It does not look good. And this is because of a free tile blend error. This is the texture, this is the texture, this is the texture. These three textures are overlapping. This creates a free tile blend error. You can actually see them if you go to View and you click on Show Freeway Blends in White, and he will show you most of the flaws. He's not showing you all of the flaws. I bet there are some flaws here which the tool is not showing to you, but these are most of the flaws. So he is marking up all these in white, and if we disable that again, we should see some texture flaws. Some are really hard to see. For example, here don't see any, but we discovered that this is a flaw. We can see that with the eye very clearly. And if we click on that, it's being highlighted clearly in white. So this is definitely a flaw, and it's highlighted in white. The main rule is if you use this three-way blends in white tool. Don't get distracted by all of these white blends. And not all of them are bad. Just the ones which are clearly visible on the map. This here is arguable a texture error. You can't really see the texture error. Here also nothing to see with the bare eyes, but here on we discovered that this is a flaw. So let's focus on that one here. So the way to fix that is with the single blend edge out tool. Normally, if you let's see how that thing works before we get into that. So if I create this texture, I can single edge the thing out. You will see it will edge it out here and create a nice transition over to the next texture. It's done by holding your left mouse button, click on it and drag it to the left and release the left mouse button. It will create this little detail here. Also, if you go here and go here to the bottom left texture, it creates this little edge here. So if we do this for this blob, this is how it works. And if you use the auto edge out, here the auto edge out tool, it's automatically done like we just did with the single edge out tool. So it's a little tool by the map developers to make your life easier as a map creator. But sometimes this auto edge tool is not really working. That's why there's also this single edge blend out. And now that we know how this works, we will go back to our texture error. We will try to play around here, and you can see something is happening if you do that. So you click left and you drag, hold left click and you drag it to the left. It will blend some textures over. And I mainly go by the rule, do it as best as you can. Don't get distracted too much with every little detail. Just plan it out as much as possible so that it's not annoying anymore for the eyes when you look at it as a player. Sometimes it will not blend. For example, this, it's not blending, but with this it's blending if you come from the right, but from the left it was not blending. So you really have to play around with that to really find the right color, the right texture. And it's not really a topic I like to talk about because it's really annoying me, as it's an annoying topic. But these textures are really, really annoying for the eyes. We, for example, go from to my old map from 2012. If we use the single blend tool and we click here on this little texture pattern here, and we hold the left mouse button and drag it to the left bottom, it's actually doing nothing. But if we now use the eyedropper and we click on, for example, this texture, it will select this texture here, and we use the single tile and we click on this. Now it's refreshed. It's a refreshed texture. We now use the single blend and we do that procedure again. You will see it blends a bit and it makes it a bit smoother for the eyes. It's not as good as I thought it would be, but this is the way how you get rid of these little bastards here. These little texture errors. If it doesn't look good, you really have to play around here with the textures. For example, create a line here and just paint all over it. And then use the auto edge out and do that. Now you fix this path, but you created more problems on the right side, and now we try to fix them by removing this texture and blending this texture into this texture. See, that works, and we fixed that very nicely. And here's no flaw. Here at the bottom is one flaw. We can see this one little texture here. We could try to blend in there, but this will just cause problems. So we will try to maybe paint some more sand on it and blend in from the left. And this looks actually pretty good. Not anymore now though, but this is... Oh yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, this looks good. So you just need to play around here with the single blend edge file and just play around here like I did. And you do that with every little texture there is. Some things are really easy, some things are not that easy, as you can see right there. This one is not blending away. Can really click here as much as you want. It's not going away. It's really annoying. Now we somehow fixed it a bit, but not much. So if this happens, just use another texture, paint over it, try to get rid of it as good as you can, or just paint over it like that and call it a day then. So maybe like that. I think that looks decent. Yeah, it is really annoying, like I said. You fix the one corner and it will create another problem on another side. So it's really time consuming, but once you have really fixed these errors, it looks so much better for the eyes than it used to be before. So yeah, I hope this helped you a bit with the blending textures and how to fix these little errors. It's really important that you remove them from your map when you plan to release it to the wider mass, because the mass will notice it, really trust me on that. It looks nice for the eyes, but some players will look closer on this, and if it's streamed to like 800 people on YouTube, people will notice that, and it doesn't look good. It looks very unprofessional. Here, these little texture errors. It looks very nasty, and you should really get rid of these. Okay, this has been it for today's tutorial. I hope this helped you a bit there with the single edge and auto edge tool. And we see us in the next video. Goodbye.